Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. Game crashed again, like at the end of the previous episode, like it basically does every episode, but luckily it normally crashes after quite a while, like after an hour or something. Still not sure what it is. I do have two extra lines in the config file to enable frame generation and NVIDIA Reflex. Yeah, I could remove those to see if that helps, but it actually does make the game more responsive. And I also selected a more a later model for the DLSS, Model K or something, which really makes, unless it is placebo, but I think it really makes the graphics much more sharper compared to the model that it's shipped with. But anyways, the game seems to mostly, let's check those snakes by the way. I think they only bite after they first stand up. This is for sure sometimes they don't even bite at all. I don't know how it works, or they don't attack at all. This one is for sure a venomous one, because we did get bitten by it in the previous episodes. Yeah, maybe they only attack if you're in shrubbery or something. This one is not doing anything. Let's check out this one. Yes. Yeah, so it does pretty cool. You do have a moment to get away from them. They first stand tall, so to say. Water looks beautiful. And what we were doing, but that's the thing, the game, it's not even so much the graphics, it often just crashes in the menus. But before continuing, we're making our way north to get to some kind of a laboratory, to get to Adam, one of the two spies, Adam and Eve. Eve we already met, and Eve I think was not the actual defector that or spy that Snake was looking for, because she didn't know the passwords. Who are the Patriots? La li lu le lo. She did gain Snake's trust by killing all kinds of Russian soldiers, saving Snake a little bit, so to say. But she never did say that password, so I'm pretty sure there's something more with her. And she is also, I think, the same woman. We met her at the abandoned factory while she was riding a motorcycle. She was also in the main introductory cutscene with Volgin on a helicopter, with Ocelot and the boss also there. It's quite a colorful ensemble. And I think other Cobra units members were also on that chopper, but then she was also there, dressed up as like Russian in a military uniform. And apparently then also Ocelot asked like, who is she? And I think he will later on also maybe recognize her by her perfume. Because I think once at least in that chopper he commented on her perfume. But he was like, who is she? And then they said like, yeah, she is apparently the girlfriend of Sokolov, the rocket scientist that is captured by Colonel Volgin to work on the, is that called the Shadow HUD in this game? Like the Metal Gear nuclear tank that can traverse all kinds of terrain. But anywho, so she is acting like she is the spy loyal to the US, to Snake. She is helping Snake out as well. From the Russian side of things, she acts like the girlfriend of Sokolov. I don't know his first name. But yes, I think she has a hidden agenda, Eve. But we are on our way to meet the other spy, that is Adam, in a laboratory But first, let's see if there's any new flora and fauna in this area.
Wow, you caught a coral snake. The coral snake is a venomous snake that originally hails from the Americas. Its venom is a very potent neurotoxin, so don't let it bite you. If you do get bitten, go into the colorful red and black patterns on the coral snake are a warning sign. Apparently, the bright flashy colors and pattern let other animals know that it carries a deadly poison that keeps them from attacking. There are many animals that mimic the colors of known poisonous animals as a defense. See, by mimicking other poisonous creatures, they increase their chances of survival. There is another non-poisonous snake called the milk snake that borrows its coloring from the coral snake.
Uh-huh.
You're not even listening, are you?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about something you're interested in then.
The taste?
Yes. It says here that coral snakes are pretty good in a snaky kind of way.
A snaky kind of way, huh?
That area is inhabited by the milk snake. The milk snake closely resembles the coral snake, but it's actually not venomous. Even so, you'll still take damage if it bites you, so don't get too close.
Maybe the one that was not
So is there a
attacking
way to tell the difference between a milk snake and a coral snake?
is a milk snake.
It's pretty difficult. They really do look almost exactly alike. I guess if I had to pick something, I'd say it's that the milk snake is much less aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then that's a milk snake.
I just thought of a better way. You're going to love this.
What?
Eat it.
Eat it?
Yeah. The guide says milk snakes don't taste very good.
Is that right? But if I've already caught and eaten it, what does it matter which kind of snake it was?
It doesn't, does it? Shoot, I thought I had a good idea. Snake, that area is inhabited by the poison dart frog. The poison dart frog is native to the tropical rainforests of Central and South America. They normally grow between 2 and 5 centimeters in length, but for some reason the ones in that area seem to be much bigger than that. Poison dart frogs are known to carry a potent neurotoxin called pamiliotoxin. Long ago, people used the poison to coat their arrows for hunting. Watch out, because if you eat one, you'll get food poisoning. Eat food to recover stamina. Snake, be careful. That area is inhabited by coral snake. The coral snake is a venomous snake that its venom is a very potent neurotoxin. That area is inhabited by Indian gavials. The Indian gavial is a large crocodile native to India and Nepal. It's extremely aggressive, so watch out. It's got a tough hide, so you'll have a hard time catching one. Capturing them alive is probably out of the question. You'll catch a cold if you hang around. To eat food, press the snake. That's the home to the otten frog. The otten frog is a large, corpulent species of frog. They're known as a delicacy, so it might be worth catching them for food. Snake, that area should be inhabited by tree frogs.
Holy
The
shit.
tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes.
Already 3 types of frog. One poisonous, the auto frog, and the tree frog or something.
To eat food, press... You should be able to find Siberian inkcap mushrooms growing in that area. The Siberian inkcap is a mushroom. It's known to be edible. Check your stamina gauge to see how... Snake, there's a fruit called the golova growing in that area. The golova is a variety of jackfruit found... It's big and...
Alright, most of it, or yeah, we already heard. So this one, I'm pretty sure, is a milk snake. So we have over here a coral snake. Yeah, we don't have any cage to... Wow, their blue eyes are pretty cool. They have like a dark bluish iris. Yeah, we cannot really catch one. I don't know how to release one from a cage unless I eat it, but do I want to eat one? I'm actually kind of vegetarian in real life, just for the animals. I really like meat, but for the animal suffering. We can also not eat them. So what do you do when you want to clear up an animal cage? Pretty cool. They are all a little bit different. I thought it's all the same model, but no, I do think their heads is different. Nice detail. Anywho, we can even throw these. A beehive rich with honey. We can throw it. I don't know if it still contains bees or hornets. We can try that. Yeah, so this is a milk snake. Let's see if it. So it really is just red with white, black. This one is more bluish. But yeah, rings, and it has a white ring over its head. Yeah, they really look pretty similar. Although this one, honestly, the rings are really black, and here the rings are more. They're blackish, but also bluish, and they're much more. No, they're not that aggressive. Yeah, they are. Yeah, so this is for sure a milk snake. I can throw the cage with the snake in it. But then nothing will happen with it if there's no enemy to interact with it. Right, this one already bit me, so I don't have that much problem with killing it. Oh, wrong button. No, it actually, you can just release them if there are no enemies nearby. Alright, so now we are going to pick up this one. And I'm pretty certain that it will say milk snake. It's snake E. Yes, milk snake. Yeah, and that is the difference here. It's really black. And this one is a tiny bit more bluish. Alright, but that's our nice little attention to detail. We were going... Wow, that snake over there is like a really weird shape. But we were going quickly through some codex.
The weapon you've got equipped now is a prototype model of the Mark 22, a suppressor-equipped pistol currently in development by the Navy. It's been modified to act as a tranquilizer gun. The Mark 22 is a heavily modified special ops version of the M39 pistol used as a sidearm by the SEALs. Probably the biggest change from the M39 is that it's got a longer barrel, which allows it to be equipped with a suppressor. And it uses a slide lock mechanism. That makes it a lot quieter, but it also means you have to load a new round into the chamber by hand every time you fire. It's also fitted with tall, adjustable sights, so you can use the front and rear sights to line up your shot, even with a suppressor attached.
Looks like they got rid of the magazine safety, too.
Good eye. That feature wasn't too popular with guys like you who know their guns. The shear release lever's been taken off as well, meaning the hammer won't fall even with the safety on.
So I can just cock and lock.
That, and you get the added bonus of not having any mechanical noise from decocking, even with the safety on. The perfect pistol for a sneaking mission, huh?
Alright, that went above my head with the cocking and decocking and the safety measures. I'm not a gun expert.
So you've got your uniform and your face paint, camouflage. In addition to AKs, some of the
We already
you can
heard
take off
all
your
of
face
that.
paint.
Let's see if we equip a different weapon, whether he will comment on it. We had an AK and also this one. Let's see if that makes a difference. So this is the weapon.
Hey, you've got an M1911A1.
Yeah, a 45. 50 years since the Army adopted the first model, and they're still using them. It's a real gem of an automatic pistol.
But aren't you gonna need more than just one little handgun?
Not at all. When you're in a tight spot or fighting in close quarters, sometimes a handgun works better than a rifle. And if I equip a knife at the same time, I can instantaneously switch over to hand-to-hand combat.
I see. That 45 you've got there is a lot different from the original, though. Looks like someone did some serious work on it.
It's more than a little. First of all, the feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. It's not going to have any feeding problems. The slide's been replaced with a reinforced version, and it meshes perfectly with the frame. The frame itself has been iron welded and scraped down multiple times for maximum precision. The front strap part of the frame has been checkered to make it dig into the hand. That prevents any slipping. The sight system's original too. It's a 3-dot type. It's got an enlarged front sight, giving it superior target sighting capability. The regular hammer's been replaced with a ring hammer. That enhances the cocking control and increases the hammer down speed. They also reworked the grip safety to accommodate the ring hammer. Looks like they eliminated it altogether. This is a tool for pros. The thumb safety and the slide stop are extended to allow for more precise handling. The base of the trigger guard is whittled down so you can use a high grip. And the trigger itself is a long type for easy finger access. The trigger pull is about 3.5 pounds. That's about 1.5 pounds lighter than normal. The magazine well has been widened to make it easier to put in a new magazine. The magazine catch button has been cut down low to make it harder to hit it by mistake. The mainspring housing has been changed to a flat type to increase grip. And it's even been fitted with stepping so it doesn't slip from the recoil when firing. On top of that, they added cocking serrations to the front part of the slide. That lets you load and eject cartridges faster in an emergency. Whoever did this is a professional. No question, this thing could shoot a one-hole at 25 yards in a machine rest.
Well, I'll be damned. That's some gun.
Yeah, I've never used a weapon this fine in my life.
Man, so much attention to detail, it's so amazing. But yeah, so it does work. That's super cool. Again, the codec conversations depend on what you have equipped. Because I initially thought like Sigint didn't have a lot of entries to talk about before he looped back to the ones you already heard, compared to Major Zero and also compared to Paramedic. But it's because he has a lot of additional entries that are dependent on whether you have something equipped, I guess. And that's also, I should not forget, if I get some illness or some injury, I'm going to call Paramedic, because he probably also has specific entries only triggering when you have a certain affliction.
Gonna use a grenade, huh?
Yeah, here we
That's
go.
an RGD-5, the standard blast fragmentation grenade of the Soviet Army. The grenade itself is composed of 2 steel-plated casings, Each of those casings has an inner fragment liner that causes it to burst into over 300 shards when the grenade explodes. The grenade will deliver heavy damage to any enemies within its blast area. The safety pin is on the opposite side relative to the M26, so be sure to hold the safety lever down with your finger when you grip it. The safety is released when you actually throw the grenade, and it'll explode about 3 seconds later.
So what you're saying is, it won't explode in my hand while I'm holding it?
Of course not.
Oh.
To throw a grenade, first ready it with the aim button, then press and release the attack button. Remember that how far you throw it depends on how long the attack button is pressed. Tap lightly if you want to drop it close to you, and press longer if you want to lob it away. It'll probably be easier to control your throw if you do it in first-person view. You're thinking of using a white phosphorus grenade. Like the name says, a white phosphorus grenade is one that uses white phosphorus to create an incendiary effect. White phosphorus grenades were used by the U.S. military during World War II. Back then, they were known as Willie Pete's, after the first 2 letters of white phosphorus. The one you've got there is probably the exact same thing. White phosphorus is a white, waxy substance that spontaneously combusts when it reacts with oxygen. The combustion temperature is over 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Any human targets within the area of effect when it explodes are gonna get seriously burned. Just make sure you don't accidentally set yourself on fire. If your body does catch on fire, either plunge into some water or take off the burning clothes and put on new ones. Rolling repeatedly should put the flames out pretty quick too.
Man, that's so cool that you can actually change your clothes. Which makes sense. Get out of your burning clothes to help extinguish flames. There are so many of these little things. That's also the reason I'm going through all this stuff. There's so many little items that you cannot know up front, but are still there.
I've never seen a grenade like that one before. There are 2 basic types of grenades. Fragmentation grenades, which use shrapnel to kill or maim the target, and explosive grenades, which use the blast from the explosion as the offensive means. But the grenade you've got there isn't either of those. My best guess is that it's meant to knock the enemy out without hurting them. Most likely it's an entirely new kind of weapon developed exclusively at Groznygrad. I've heard that the SAS is working on a low-impact grenade for training purposes, but I never thought they'd be used in an actual battle. The flash of light that occurs when the grenade explodes is probably produced by magnesium. It's the same stuff that's used in camera flashes. I'm thinking they cut down on killing power by reducing the amount of explosives and made up for it by making the flash and bang so strong that it overwhelms the enemy's senses. I guess you could call it a stun grenade.
If I'm going to be stunned, I'd rather it be by a woman.
Snap out of it. Anyone around when that thing goes off will be laid out. It ought to come in handy when you're trying to storm a room or when you don't want to kill the enemy. That's a weird grenade you got there. From what I can tell, it's an anti-electronics weapon that works by scattering a bunch of metal foil in the air to interfere with radio signals. Call it a chaff grenade, if you will. By using a chaff grenade, you can disrupt the function of enemy radios and electronic devices for a short period of time. But keep in mind that as long as the chaff is in effect, you won't be able to use your motion detector or active sonar either.
One moment, just looking it up. Chaff, meaning the herbs of corn or other seeds separated by winnowing or threshing. Worthless thing, rubbish. One moment. So we do chaff versus corn. the hell is chaff then? Chaff refers to the husks separated from corn during the threshing, or to the chopped green stalks and leaves used for animal feed, particularly silage. What are husks? Alright, so chaff from a corn are like the little bulbs, wooden ring, and then pith. And then what does a husk mean? Husk meaning the dry outer covering of some fruits or seeds. So that's just the the peel, so to say. One moment, almost done. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. Almost done. A husk is the dry, thin outer covering of certain fruits or seeds, such as corn or barley. The Dutch translation is geel. The word husk can also be used as a verb meaning to remove this outer covering. Alright, so in chaff was... Chaff refers to the husks separated from corn during threshing, or to the chopped green stalks. Yeah, so chaff is the husks. Alright, sorry, I went on a little side tangent there. We were talking about chaff grenades. Yeah, so it is just like, I guess, called that way because it are tiny electrical foil particles or something, and chaff is also like messy, tiny leftover particles or something. Or I'm not making any sense, that could also well be. But I really find it cool that his entries are dependent on the weapon you're carrying.
Thinking of using a smoke grenade, huh? As you might expect, smoke grenades can be used to create a smoke screen. The combustion agent is a mixture of zinc oxide, ammonium chloride, aluminum, and some other stuff. When it explodes, it releases a thick cloud of grayish-white smoke that resists dispersion. That should provide some nice cover. The smoke will confuse the enemy by blocking their field of vision. That'll help you out when you're trying to make a quick getaway. It also works the other way around. You can use it as cover to sneak up on an enemy position. The smoke screen should work just as well when you're being chased by dogs, too.
Let's see if he's anything to say about this magazine.
A suppressor can be unequipped by pressing the enter button while the weapon went...
Nope. The AK we didn't hear yet.
Got yourself an AK-47, huh? The AK-47 is the official assault rifle of the Soviet Army. The first model was completed in 1946, and in 49, it beat out all its competitors to become the standard assault rifle of the Soviet military. It uses 7.62 millimeter by 39 rounds developed in 1943, and a 30-round box magazine originally designed for a different assault rifle. You can aim it from the shoulder by readying it with the aim button and pressing the first-person view button. It's sturdy and extremely reliable with high power and precision. There's no better assault rifle in the world.
Right, I think we went through everything so far. Let's get it all Ah, we still have these two to do. For the rest, let's move all the other stuff back to the backpack. No, smoke grenade. We already did. I should still use. No, I'm keeping that because I'm only keeping really like no kill, no alert stealth items like smoke or magazine to distract. Alright, TNT.
Looks like you've got some TNT. TNT is short for trinitrotoluene, a pale yellow crystalline compound made from a trinitrified mix of nitric acid and sulfuric acid. It's used throughout the world as a military explosive. It has a low sensitivity and is chemically stable, making it easy to handle. It's also got a low melting point and can easily be shaped by boiling or steaming it. But because the sensitivity is so low, you need a booster to actually get it to explode.
No problem. It came with its own remote control detonator.
Good. Then all you have to do is press the aim button to equip the TNT before placing it with the attack button. Use the action button when you're ready to set it off. The map screen in the survival viewer will display the locations where you've planted TNT. Take warning though, the radio signal for the detonator is pretty weak. Don't forget that it can only set off TNT that's planted in the same area. Ah, you got yourself some claymores. The M18A1 Claymore is a new type of anti-personnel directional mine developed in the US after the Korean War. The gently curved casing is packed with 1.5 pounds of high-grade explosives. The side facing the enemy is lined with 700 steel ball bearings.
Holy shit.
So when the mine explodes, the ball bearings simultaneously burst out of the casing. Anyone in the kill zone, be he friend or foe, is instant Swiss cheese. The mine is triggered by an electric detonator. Apparently, the detonator's got some kind of special motion detector built in.
Yeah. When the mine is planted, it reacts to anything that comes close and automatically explodes.
Just make sure you don't trip your own mine or something stupid like that.
I'll be careful.
You can pick up a planted claymore by crawling over it. Mines planted by the enemy can also be picked up in this way. So if you come across a minefield, it's a good idea to crawl through it and pick up the mines.
What are they doing making minefields out of Western mines anyway?
They're probably doing field performance evaluations on mines they either captured or stole from the West. The structure of the claymore isn't actually all that complicated. They must be learning a lot about them. It might not be long before we start seeing Claymoresque mines.
Right, I think that's it. Maybe the magazine entry. I doubt it.
You say you're using a magazine?
Ah, there's one.
A magazine is what's left when you empty the clip of a gun. But what do you plan to do with it?
I'm going to throw it.
Throw it?
Yeah. The sound it makes when it hits the ground will distract the enemy's attention.
Ah, a diversion. Guess state-of-the-art weapons aren't the only things that determine victory or defeat. Ah, you're using the survival knife.
Yeah. This thing provides me with all the bare essentials I need to survive in the field.
Hey, wait. What'd you do with the knife I made you? That was a work of art. It had matches and fish hooks and thread and stuff in the grip.
Sorry to have to tell you this, but that thing is useless in a fight.
No way. Really?
Yeah. When the grip is hollowed out like that, there's not as much space to stabilize the blade. So the joint between the blade and the grip is weaker. That makes it easier to break.
I get it. You're right. With your knife, you don't have to worry about it breaking no matter how much you swing it around. So the important thing is durability. Man, I gotta write this stuff down. Next time, I'll make it so the matches and fish hooks go in the sheath instead.
Huh.
Alright, that was also a new entry. I think we pretty much covered Sigyn's lessons. Let's move the stuff we will not use back. That was basically it. Let's also eat something. We don't even need to eat that much. Hornet's nest. I wonder, maybe also the same works with we cannot. Why? You can only eat this. We cannot select it to throw it. Yes, we can do here maybe. Wait, maybe that... What's her name? Also has like additional entries for items. So thermal goggles. This is maybe also Sigyn.
Hey, what's that you've got there?
Thermal goggles. From what I can tell, they detect and display sources of heat.
You're kidding me. They actually made a passive infrared night vision device small enough to carry around with you?
What, is that special or something?
Is it special? Here in the West, we've just barely got the technology to install it on aircraft.
So that's what that thing is they put on the gunship. But doesn't the Army have something like that for driving vehicles at night? I thought I saw...
You mean the ANPAS-5? That's an active infrared night vision device. It fires infrared beams from an infrared projector and uses the reflections to build an image. Those goggles you've got there are completely different. Basically, when you've got those equipped, you'll be able to spot enemy soldiers in the jungle with ease, even if they're camouflaged. They might even help you find traps. But you won't be able to see the terrain as well, so watch your step.
Man, there is so much content in this game. It's really amazing. Alright, this one is not Sigyn's, I guess. But maybe it is.
Snake, you smoking a cigarette?
Yes.
It's not a cigarette. It's a cigar.
Same thing?
It's not the same thing.
Doesn't matter to me. What I want to know is, why'd you take it with you?
Because I need it.
For what?
I can't smoke a cigar if I don't have one, can I?
So you just wanted to smoke it?
Yeah.
Man, you got problem. Do what you want. Just keep in mind that your life goes down when you're smoking it.
Let's see if Paramedic has something to say about it.
Snake, that's the home to the Ottenfrog.
Nope.
The Ottenfrog...
Pentasamine.
What you got there, Snake?
Some kind of drug. The label says pentazamine.
Pentazamine? What the hell is that?
Beats me.
Let's ask Paramedic. Yo, Paramedic,
Yeah?
you ever heard of a drug called pentazamine?
Yeah, it's an anti-anxiety drug related to benzodiazepine. It's a minor tranquilizer used to treat things like depression, autonomic ataxia, and aporioneurosis and things like that. Besides its calming and antidepressant properties, it's also known for its anti-convulsant effect.
Anti-convulsant effect?
Yeah.
So in other words, it can help keep your hands from shaking.
Yeah, I guess so.
This could be useful.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I just thought that if I took this drug when I used a sniper rifle, it'd help make my aim steadier.
Oh, I see. That's an interesting idea. I think it might work. Give it a try.
Man, so cool. All this stuff has entries.
Got some life medicine, huh? Life medicine is...
Life medicine is a drug recently developed by the Soviet Union for use in battle. The components are still a mystery, but it seems to activate the body's regenerative processes and makes injuries heal faster.
Well,
Open the window and press the enter button to instantly replenish your life. Useful, huh? Huh? What's wrong, Sigyn?
Never mind.
So funny. Seriously, there are so endearing dialogues. It's really... writing is so well done in this game. I mean, paramedic is the medical expert, so she really showed her who's boss here. See box A, so there are apparently multiple variants of the boxes. Does it have a destination? If you get into the backside of a truck, it will bring you to the destination mentioned on it. This is also... I never really used it, but it's actually so much fun. Right, we cannot really see a lot. Let's see if the snake will attack a box. Yes, it surely will. Anywho, let's see what they have to say.
Snake, what are you doing?
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are you...
I don't know, I was just looking at it, and suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here. In the box.
Destiny?
Yeah, and then when I put it on, I suddenly got this feeling of inner peace. I can't put it into words. I feel safe. Like this is where I was meant to be. Like I'd found the key to true happiness.
Uh-huh.
Does any of that make sense?
Not even a little.
You should come inside the box. Then you'll know what I mean.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean. Between you and paramedic, is everyone but me that is hooked up with a Major Strange? Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose even that dumbass box might make a decent disguise if you wear it inside a building.
Or outside, right? Let's see if they have something to say.
Snake, there's supposed to be a Tsuchinoko in that area.
Tsuchinoko?
Ah, this is a new entry.
You've never heard of it? It's a mysterious snake that's found all over Japan.
If it lives all over Japan, then why is it so mysterious?
Many people have seen them, but no one's ever caught one. If you do manage to catch one, it'll be a major historic discovery. I think you should look for it.
Nice.
If I have time. So what kind of snake is this Tsuchinoko?
The body is about as thick as a beer bottle, and the tail tapers off to a point. It doesn't slither around like other snakes, but rather goes in a straight line like an inchworm. Sometimes it even jumps several yards at a time. It's got sinister-looking eyes, and it can even blink and move its eyes around. It's also been known to snore, cry, and stand up straight on its tail.
And this is an actual snake?
Of course.
Uh-huh. Then how come you seem to know so much about them? Is it in that guide of yours?
No.
Then maybe you saw it in a movie like Curse of the 50-Foot Tsuchinoko or something.
There's no such movie. I heard about it from Sigyn.
Sigint?
He's an expert on UMAs.
UMAs?
Unidentified mysterious animals, dummy.
Oh, excuse my ignorance. Why does he know so much about them?
Probably because he likes them. At the CIA, he was the vice president of an unofficial group called the UMA Watcher Club.
The UMA Watcher Club?
Yeah, just the other day he was working on the newsletter at his desk.
At the office? How does he get away with that?
Well, the major is the chairman of the club.
Alright, that's also really nice. Like a hidden entry, like a little side objective. Getting like a very special animal, capturing it. We hope I will not forget. So the Tsuchinoko is what we need to capture. Let's see if Major Zero has anything to say about the box.
Snake, that area should be in...
That swamp seems pretty deep. It's probably deep enough to dive underwater and swim around. Press the crouch button when you're swimming on the surface to dive underwater.
The controls when you're underwater differ somewhat from when you're on land. The movement stick controls the direction you move in. Simply move the movement stick to move in that direction. Press the action button repeatedly to swim faster. This is useful when you're in a hurry. You can also press and hold the evade button to surface in an emergency.
If you want to change the direction you're facing, you can use the camera stick to control the camera. Snake, you'll be helpless if a crocodile attacks you in the water. You can't see behind you when you're swimming, so if you're in a crocodile-infested swamp, keep an eye on your six. Also, by using your sensors, you should be able to detect crocodiles before they get too close. You can climb up onto waist-high objects by pressing the action button. Climbing can get you to locations that can't be accessed by walking, and it may help you reach items that can't be found normally. Don't forget to try climbing things. Snake, did you notice that when you knock an enemy unconscious, stars... If you take a close look at... Once the stars are... So, when you knock out an enemy...
When in first-person view with an equipped weapon, move the move...
Alright, he's looping. Almost done, but I really find these entries super fun, honestly.
Wearing the leaf pattern camouflage, are you? Leaf...
You should be able to find Siberian...
I see you're using the binoculars. Those are high-performance binoculars made especially for the military. They're completely waterproof and are filled with nitrogen gas to prevent lens fog. The eyepiece, objective lenses, and the prism have been coated to reduce glare. They ought to work plenty well, even in dark places. And they're even equipped with autofocus and zoom functions. Won't find a better pair of binoculars than that.
What are you, a binocular salesman?
Hey, I know a good product when I see one, that's all.
Huh.
Alright, so they had a lot of stuff to say about everything, which I really find it so immersive for the whole... The game is bigger than only running around shooting and doing stealth things. There's a whole backstory about minor little items. They are just explained quite detailed. I find it extremely cool. So let's see if there's anything else. Life medicine, I will keep that equipped. I think it auto equips when you are low on health. Pentasamine for the sniper, don't really need it now. Fake death pill, nah. We can, yeah, we can try it just for fun, and we'll try it. Cigar for now, not. Binoculars, yes. Thermal, nope. Mine detector, I'm gonna ask about that one. Cardboard box, let's keep it. Bug juice, we're gonna check. And the compass, let's check it as well. See what they have to say. It's a deep playthrough after all. We really want to get through the nitty gritty.
The black uniform is...
Nope. That one doesn't have anything.
I see you have the bug juice equipped. It's useful for keeping the bugs away. If you open the item window and press the enter button, you'll be able to keep the nasty critters like hornets and leeches at bay for a brief period of time.
Leeches as well.
Use it well.
That's a good tip. Because there will be a lot of leeches when swimming here. It's super annoying. Check it out. The snake can also swim.
Using the mine detector, huh? When you equip the mine detector, it lets you know with a sound if there are any claymore mines nearby. A mine detector is basically a metal detector, so ordinarily it reacts to scrap iron the same way it reacts to mines. They say that only about 1 out of every 100 objects it responds to is an actual mine. Not exactly what you call reliable. So they're researching other ways to detect mines, like sniffing for molecules given off by explosives and using a kind of underground radar. One of these days, they might actually make something that works. But the one you're using is apparently set up so that it only reacts when it finds a claymore on the ground. No need to worry about it being fooled by anything other than a mine.
So they already have something that works, at least for claymores.
A suppressor can be unequipped by
That area is inhabited by the milks.
Compass, I think, also didn't do anything. Yeah, so we basically went through everything, all the items. So a device that makes sound upon detection of claymore mines on the ground. For the rest, I think we basically went through everything. Grenade, white phosphorus grenade, stun grenade, chaff grenade, smoke grenade. Yes. Magazine, TNT, claymore. The directional MiG we are still going to check out. And that was basically it. AK, M19, Mark 22, survival knife. We all heard everything. Nope.
When you fire continuously with a gun like the assault rifle, the recoil will cause your shots to veer off target. But if you crouch or lie down, so when you gotta hit that bullseye...
First have to equip it, of course.
You're on a solo sneaking mission. You're
Why is there nothing related
The camo index displayed
to the directional MiG? No ID. Alright, let's quickly... Yeah, or shall we do that later? Yeah, I will do it maybe later or not. Let's quickly check out... Shall we do that fake death pill? An espionage pill developed by the CIA puts one into a temporary state of suspended animation. Maybe let's do it later on. I think at one point we will maybe be in a prison. I think so, because there's also a torture scene in this game. So probably before that we will be in a prison. Maybe we can use it there to fool the guards and escape. So, smoke, grenade, magazine, directional MiG. So we keep it equipped, why not? And maybe some foods. Nah, let's keep that, leave that be. Light medicine, death pill, not really. Pretty cool. Also the revival pill, you cannot remove it, and the reason is that's also, I don't know where, I think I read it in a codec convo. I heard it. It is in your hidden in Snake's teeth, in his molar, I think, and then he can bite on it or something, and then it activates the counter measures against the fake death pill, making him revive, so to say. Alright, I think we're pretty good. So we have to find that snake, the Kuchinochi or whatever it was. We also have to find two Can I see if this is... Yeah, this is a milk snake, I think. It looks blacker than the other one. Cobra snake. So we have to find the 2 collectibles. Man, this looks pretty good, I have to say. But like the duck and the frog. And of course we have to get out of the area, but we also have to find that Sunikobo. I do think this is actually a pretty big area. We have 2 objectives here. Gakko found, Keratin found. Yeah, so we found them all. Yeah, we are going to swim. Where are we going to swim to? Remember that tree over there and that line as well. Remember it from the actual playthrough on the channel that I still was yet to finish. But then this game came out. Ah, nice. A little froggy. Fucking annoying leeches. Man, I was not aware that visibility was so limited actually. And also wouldn't surprise me if one of the holy shit, I lost half of my health. It would not surprise me what's medical history? Holy shit. Food history. What did I want to say? Yeah, if one of the collectibles is actually underwater. Or maybe both. Alright, let's do some food. Instant noodles. The world's first instant noodles invented in Japan. Just add hot water and they're ready to eat. Not eaten yet, said to be very tasty. Yeah, I should leave those because it probably fills your whole bar. So they're really good. This one is also probably really good. I'm just going to go with the stuff that
Gross.
I don't waste too much extra nutrition power because we don't need that much. Alright, we are also still looking for the collectibles and that snake. Ah, there are items here. We have a Gakko uniform. Gakko pattern camo uniform. Wearing it enables you to hear Keratin's calling. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that one. Just like the grenade uniform. To me it really feels... It's fun, it's there, but I don't really like it that it's already available during your first playthrough, because it really are cheat mechanics, I would say. Fucking hell, these leeches are annoying, because they really attach super quickly. Holy fuck, he spotted me.
Snake, are you there?
Eva,
Did you miss me?
did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Volgan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traitors have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking. Until I went to work for the NSA. Then one day, I'd found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
The universe?
Not the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment. And by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America. But it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective. Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Are you lying too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe because I have to, even if it is a lie. That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that. If you need me, give me a call on the radio. My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
Alright, I'm by the way quickly going into the other area over there and then we will return, but that's just to get an autosave. So we don't have to redo everything all the time. Because I'm sure that the game will crash pretty soon again. Yeah, I remember this part as well. Also can be quite frustrating part. Alright, so now we have a save. Can't we do something with this? I guess not. And what is the trap here? I don't see a trap. Ah, there it is. A club, a spiked club swinging down. Right, so there are indeed two areas to get to the next two exits, but they both more or less end up in the same area, I think. Sorry for taking it so slow, but honestly, I also sometimes enjoy it. Like, I really like the aesthetics of this game. Just messing around in it. Ah, there's one. And we can use a loud weapon if we want to, because I only have 6 rounds left. Oh, why? We are still... You see, it's annoying if you... Arnotto, if you forget about the leeches, they actually really remove your stamina. There They're making a noise, the crocodile. Could be a little bit louder, it was really faint. The snake has like a new pocket thingy over there, a belt, bag, I don't know. What the hell? Didn't I equip it? Ah, I got distracted by the cure. I wanted to get this one. Let's see what happens. Alright, one down. Bug juice. Let's use it. Keeps hornets and leeches away. Ah, so I can also use that. So I won't use it now. I'm going to use it in the fight against the pain actually. Because he is constantly sending hornets to Snake. Right, we cannot climb up here, which is annoying because it really doesn't look that high. And I am again getting murdered by the leeches. I would just expect there to be a bit more underwater, but I know eventually we have to go over there. We can swim through some tree trunks. Oh wow, why is now this movie suddenly playing? Maybe it also wanted to play before, but I just cancelled out of it too quickly. So much detail in this game. It's amazing. It truly is amazing. I do have to just equip the cigar, I would say. That will be a quicker way to get rid of them. And I'm also just... What is that bread item there? Ah, that is one of those frogs. Right, let's see. Can we now, with the cigar... No. I wanted to say, another frog as well. 2 frogs. fuck me, I accidentally used disinfectant. I have to be careful by... no. I wanted to say I'm almost out of venom, but I'm not using... Or serum. I'm not using serum against the... against the leeches. Just a cigar that doesn't have any ammo. Alright, that one we already shot. Holy fuck. I'm a little bit afraid of getting molds. Yeah, maybe I should just assume that there really isn't anything here. Or maybe there is. I mean... Ah, fuck my life. How did I have so little... breath? Probably because my stamina was really low. So now I have to remember what did I pick up and not. I didn't pick up that much, right? Since going here. That one we don't need to shoot again. You see the check mark at the bottom right. That is saved separately, which is really nice, by the way. Yeah, we did have that Gakko uniform, but I already picked that up, right? Let's see. Let's again remove some annoying ones. We are going to take some food.
Ugh.
Maybe if I use infrared, I can find any treasures below the water. I can see them more easily. Yeah, or maybe I cannot. We don't have a lot of fuel on the battery here without the HUDs. Right, you do see little froggies. There's a little froggy. Pretty nice. Alright, I don't think there is much to be found underwater. There are some items over there. Now I cannot see them anymore. Here. fuck. Holy fuck. Alright, we can also cure leeches in the water, which is pretty nice.
Not so great.
So I really know where to go, but it's just I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on a cool uniform or anything. We actually... Alright. I think we were attacked by a gator. I'm not even sure. Did we drown or were we attacked by a gator? But I don't think there is much that we have to pick up actually. There are some AK bullets all the way over there.
No good.
Oh, I accidentally used bug juice, which is actually pretty good, but then I do need to remove any existing leeches. Alright, and again, immediately a leech attached itself to me. Where were those items? Here they are. Alright, I will do one more quick swim. I really like these little guys. It really makes it... it's just such a cool game. I mean, Splinter Cell, etc. is also amazing. All these games are amazing in their own right, but Splinter Cell doesn't have like that funny part, so to say. Or yeah, by the way, there's also quite some funny dialogue with Sam Fisher. Just like what I was rambling on in the previous episodes. With Western and Japanese devs, I think they really should coexist because they just complement each other so amazing. I also have the same thing about certain game series. Regardless of what your personal overall preferences is, some of them just need to exist together because they complement each other and they keep each other sharp. Like Gran Turismo and Forza, although Forza really lost that battle already. But also Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid, for example. And there are probably many more examples from where that came from. Oh, fuck me. Is he attacking? No.
What is this?
Alright, let's go where we need to go. I think there's literally nothing here. Oh, fuck my life. Alright, I need to get out of the water here. I have to really be careful about that gator. Alright, and we need to swim over here. Yeah, so this area actually looks much bigger than it actually is. There is not that much in the water, I think. I do want to be sure actually. So you could call it a bit cheating, but I'm quickly gonna look it up. So we do MGS3 is there any item below water? Yes, there are items underwater in Metal Gear Solid 3 with grenades and ammo found at the bottom of the lake in the Cure Niche Proot area. Yeah, I think that's where we are. In another area, Grozny Grad Caverns, a ration can be found in an underwater passage, and another passage leads to a skeleton, a grenade and ammo. Grenades located underwater directly ahead of your starting point in the area. M19 bullets found underwater south of your starting point. Chiorni Proot. So apparently there are some grenades, but it could also be that I already found them. There was a lot of stuff. How can something be south of our starting point? Because our starting point was where the X is now, all at the south, I'm pretty sure. So not quite sure how that works. But on the grenades, not that I really need them anyways. It could be that I'm already fully stocked. Yeah, 3 out of 3. So it could very well be that that it were one of the boxes that I did see. Although M19, we could use some ammo there. But I think we actually got some ammo because this gun used to be empty. Now it's not anymore. Right, so we are pretty good. And also it didn't say anything about like unique items or anything to be found underwater. Oh wait, I remember. There's a trap here. Where was it? Fucking hell, I need to be careful. Maybe it's better hidden. In this game than in the original. Where is it? I'm pretty sure there is a spiked. There's like a hidden hole here with spikes that if you don't see it, and you just fall into, here it is, and you fall into it. Yeah, it's pretty damn well hidden. But you see how handy actually, before I rarely used the infrared view, but it's actually super handy. Alright, how are we doing? Pretty good. we are going to blow it open just for fun. There's actually water in there now. No spikes. But still, I'm pretty sure it's a death sentence. Let's go over here and then back, just to get an autosave. And now we can also see what happens if we fall in. Alright, that was pretty clear. It's fatal. Alright, we are going to be going for that box over there. And also keeping our eye out for the frog. What did we get? We got the duck. Yeah, we still need the frog. Alright, and we need to be full stamina for what we are about to do. Oh, by the way, these tips, so annoying. That they are all marked as unread, while we already read all of them. Hanging, making noise, speaking, throw, grab, interrogate, throw, hold up. What is throw, hold up? Yes, let's throw hold up, slit throat, human shields. That one I still need to... I'm gonna test that one out in the next area, human shields. How to use weapons, accurate firing, shooting while hanging, disarming enemies. Yeah, shooting their right hands, grabbing and dragging, holding up enemies. Quick change, that also replenishes your ammo. Then recovering life. Yeah, when you're crouching or prone, you recover it quicker. Something new. Serious injuries, poison, resting, that's just saving, stamina, grip gauge, O2. How quick does that go, O2? Just looking at the little video now, pretty quick. And it is really, you cannot have more O2 than you have stamina apparently, because it's a sub bar of the stamina bar. Oh, that's good to know. Capturing plants and animals. Will Snake just shoot that poor Markor or whatever it's called? Snake, what are you doing? Sense of taste. The tastier the food, the more your stamina will recover. To get an idea of how tasty food is, listen for Snake's impression after it eats. Also, continually eating unappetizing food can sometimes cause Snake to enjoy it over time. Poison or rotten food. Using food against enemies. Camo index. Normal phase, alert, evasion, caution phase, survival viewer, camo, backpack. Just select or deselect items. Food. That is stamina, cure, of course for your injuries and illnesses, map, you can also view adjacent areas, radio, there are secret radio channels as well, some are displayed in game, like before the torture scene there is some radio frequency marked somewhere in the game world, but otherwise you can also get cancel alert phase, fire supports, and 1 or 2 other orders. You can get some radio frequencies from those by interrogating enemies, soldiers. Call, that is just the codec. Saving the game, that is just calling paramedic. Post menu, which actually has some options. Camo window, which is like what you see to the right now. That is like a new quality of life improvement in the Delta version of MGS3 Survival Viewer shortcut. What the hell is that? Yeah, sometimes there's a shortcut. I forgot about that. That's actually pretty handy. And then if that pops up, you can press D-pad up to immediately see it in the survival viewer. If you pick up certain items, I have to remember that one. Weapons and equipment, item boxes, equipping weapons, changing scope zoom, changing fire mode, it's just in the weapon menu. Aiming new, aiming legacy, just L2, tranquilizer guns. In the head or heart is quicker, more effective to tranquilize them. Suppressors, they have durability, using equipment, just the equipment window. Fake death pill, revival pill. Sensors, not really relevant because I'm playing on extreme. It's anti-personnel, motion detector and active sonar. I still think they're a little bit overlapping actually, I would say. Anti-personnel and motion detector, isn't that more or less the same? Or even with active sonar, maybe active sonar also does items instead of organic beings like humans. Cardboard box, pretty cool. I really find it epic that it even exists in a stealth game. It's just amazing. Battery life, if you move you recharge the battery quicker, and then we still have a few hints. Provision storehouses, pretty cool. If you blow them up actually, which we can do with TNT, then the enemies in the area become hungry and they will just become weaker overall. You see it in the video screen to the right. You will see now an enemy, this guy. I haven't eaten in so long and he's just really super weak. Keratin, that are the frog collectibles. Geckos, these are the new collectibles, the duckies. Then we have the 8mm film reels. There are, I think 64 geckos, 64 keratins, 1 in each area. And there are 15 new 8mm film reels, which you can only get by holding up enemies. But you do, if you shoot them or you knock them out, you automatically destroy any film reel that they were carrying. But you do see it. You see it in the video. Once he is shot, you see like this black line. This is how you get them, by holding them up. Before you do anything with the enemy, you have to hold them up. If you, for example, only tranquilize them, you see that black line. So you do see like, oh shit, that enemy was carrying a film reel that is now destroyed. So then at least you can restart to get it the proper way. You can also see visually whether enemies are actually carrying them. In this guy, you saw the film reel at the right side of his backpack. It's all really super cool and immersive, I find. These little collectibles, I really like it. It gives an extra layer, and there you see on the right side of his backpack there was like a silverish or metallic can box with a film reel in it. But that are these, only 15, and then versus the oscillate unit. Yeah, this is, I find really weird. This is a really specific, a really level specific hint. Defeat all the oscillate units. I wonder if other levels will also get such a specific hint. Find it normally I thought this is all more general game mechanic tips and tricks, but apparently also really specific area hints. But maybe that is only because it was the first true encounter, and it's also more of a scripted encounter, because knocking out or tranquilizing enemies in that area, in that specific encounter, they will not revive. They are out until you leave the area. anywho, so now I went through all of them again, and now they are not marked as new, which is good. So now I am going to go over here, go over there, and we're gonna save the game with an autosave, and then hopefully it will stay marked as red, because that will be super helpful, that if we get any new tips we can see exactly which are the new ones instead of the ones that we already saw. So we are going here to tips. Yeah, they're still marked off. Hopefully if we restart the game that will still be the case. There were some items down below here, I think. But I either already picked them up or I was already at max. I'm not sure. I think there was also a photo. I think you, in the original game, I think you had a photo camera as well to take cool photos. I mean, these are pretty cool pictures with some crocodiles. There's not a camera in this game. Ah, here, photo mode. Lens flare. Right now what? How do you just take a photo? Brightness? Holy shit, this is pretty damn... Microfilm. Instant photo, Polaroids. I wonder if that company still exists. Film, photographic print, cinema scope, 4:3. It's pretty damn elaborate. Logo type. The question is, how do you take a photo? Here, we do photo modes. I see a lot of buttons, but I nowhere see snap picture. Also not if I press the left or right trigger, which you would maybe expect it to be, or the action button. But yeah, so that's really weird. Anyway, so there is a photo mode. Wait, I'm now curious. We do MGS 3 Delta. How to take picture. Access photo mode from the pause menu, allowing you to adjust camera settings and then press the designated button to capture the image. The exact button depends on your platform, but it's typically integrated into the system's share or capture functionality. Ah, wow. On PlayStation this often involves the share button, while on Xbox or PC the specific button may vary. How to unlock the camera? The camera can be found inside the guard room of Grozny Grad torture room. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. There is a camera. Here, I just do a screenshot, then crop the image. I don't know why there isn't an actual button to take the picture. Exactly. It's crazy. How do you take a picture though? I only see a bunch of options in photo mode, but no way to take the picture. I just do a screenshot. I don't know why there isn't an actual button to take a picture. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I really cannot understand that. But man, there are some guys here sharing their pictures, and they look pretty damn epic. Also useful for a playthrough, for the YouTube thumbnail. You can create amazing pictures. But no, I just want to know it now. I wanted to say I will figure it out later, but this is just too stupid. Here. Press R1, no, that's first person view. How to take picture. What? Button on PC. It's just ridiculous. How do you take a screenshot guide? Game 8. How to unlock the camera. Camera is an equipment you can find in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater that lets you take photos from Snake's perspective and save them to your device. This guide explains where to find the camera, how to unlock it permanently, and what it does when equipped. Looted from the Grozny Grad torture room. It works like photo mode light. Yeah, so it's actually separate from photo mode. Otherwise I would also find it weird. If you first need to find the camera to use the photo mode, why is it already in the menu? And this really is a good example of the weirdness sometimes of Japanese game controls or design decisions. I mean, I really like it, what I said earlier in the episodes. They for sure, I actually prefer them over Western developers overall, I would say, with Dark Souls, Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid. But they are also really weird sometimes. It's almost funnily weird. And mostly noticeable in their control schemes, which are often really weird. But yeah, anywho,